Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about some commentary coming from the Republican side after, let's just say, yesterday's disappointing performance. And it's worth noting because it illustrates something. There's things that I say on the channel a lot that people normally take to be some kind of hyperbole. It's not. It's how they view it. And every once in a while, they say something, and it shows that that's how they view it. Okay, so former Senator Rick Santorum, a Republican, when talking about Ohio and the fact that the people of Ohio made their voice heard and decided something for themselves by a margin of 10 points, mind you. This wasn't close. He had this to say. Thank goodness that most of the states in this country don't allow you to put everything on the ballot, because pure democracies are not the way to run a country. Right, pure democracies are not the way to run a country. I get it. Because those commoners, they don't know what's best for them. They need their betters to decide. They need to vote for somebody to represent their interests because they don't really know what their interests are. They think they do, but they're not smart enough. Right? That's why you can't have a pure democracy. You need a representative one. The common thing that I say on this channel that causes people to cringe if they don't realize I'm being very sarcastic is our betters, commoners. I say that because it does get a reaction, but it's only to help point out the truth, because that is how they view it. You don't get to make decisions. You can't run your life. You are below them. That is how they view it. You need them to filter out all of those thoughts that you think you want, you think you understand, but you're just not smart enough. You don't know what's best for you. And sure, in some ways, you can make an argument that sometimes maybe that's true. But I don't know that that's true when it comes to your own body. But here's the wild part about it when they acknowledge it, and they often do. Happens way more than you think. When they acknowledge that that's how they look at it, that people aren't smart enough, that American citizens aren't smart enough, they're not educated enough to make their own decisions. And that's why you can't have direct democracy. At the same time, they're acknowledging that they are playing you, that they are controlling you, that all of those things that we talk about, they're like, hey, shiny keys, look over here, here's an enemy, be mad at them, vote for me. You have to acknowledge that it's true then. Because they're telling you with this statement that you're not smart enough to run your own life. Then how are you smart enough to delegate that power to somebody else? They don't think you are. They never did. They think that you're easily manipulated. They think that you can be tricked, you can be fooled. All they have to do is play on your emotions because they are your betters. And you're just the masses. And as long as you can take those masses and give them a smaller group of people to be mad at, you can control them. When they talk like this, they're admitting that. They are upset that the majority of people in Ohio want control over their own bodies. That's why they're mad. Because they don't think you should have that. Because you're a commoner. You're a serf. You don't get to determine what you do. They do. every once in a while, they say something that reveals it. And you need to remember it, because it doesn't go away the next week when people forget about the quote. It's an underlying attitude that exists. They believe that they are your rulers, not your representatives. They're not there to represent your interest because you're not smart enough to know what your interests are. You just know red team, blue team, go. Donkey, elephant. One of those is my team. And as it becomes more and more authoritarian, and as they chip away at more and more of your rights, they have to give you somebody to hate. They have to give you somebody to look down at. Because otherwise, you would never accept what's going on. They have to villainize somebody. When you hear me say that from now on, that they don't want to represent, they want to rule, or that they view themselves as your betters, that you're a commoner, remember this. Remember this quote. It's a good thing that most states don't allow people to govern themselves. They're just not smart enough. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.